And so Kevin, this friendly, cheerful young man we all knew and loved, who found unimaginable resources of strength and courage on the field of battle, I think all of us in this village have every reason to be proud of him. Time and again, like the Good Shepherd, he went back up the mountain to search among the shellfire and the bullets for those friends of his still lying wounded in the freezing snow. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend. For all of us, I'm sure, his spirit will live on.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God, and they that hear shall live. They that have done good, unto the resurrection of life. They that have done evil, unto the resurrection of damnation.
Denzel? Look here what we got.
Can you help me? He's English.
Is it all over?
The war? War's been over 7 weeks. Where you been all this time?
I've been trying to find my way back. I thought we were still fighting.
Poor lamb.
I'd best give them another ring. Well, you can't stay here. What name was it? Deacon? Get someone over here to pick you up.
Here. Eat that.
Ed? Oh, you're back then? It's me. The war is over, isn't it? Not been having us on. Yeah.
I thought you were an Archie at first.
I got a lost soldier here.
Gave me a fright. Bloomin' Argies.
Yeah, English.
You showed him though, eh?
He thinks the war's still going on.
Serve a medal for what you all did.
I told him that, 7 weeks.
Coming over here and saving us like that.
Yeah, name's Deacon.
Heroes, I reckon you are. All of
Go
you.
over and let them know he's here.
Heroes.
All right, thanks. 73 minutes. They'll come out at night for a lost soldier. You try getting them out here to clear up them minefields. 4 sheep I've had blown to bits so far. Flaming war. The sooner it's all cleared up and back to normal, the better.
I couldn't help it, I got lost. We just brought someone from my platoon down. Johnny Fodden. He had a bad head wound. Then we went back up the ridge.
And after that, you don't remember anything?
No, Cop, not for 3 days.
How do you know it was 3 days?
I was soaked. I'd eaten army rations. I don't know. It's all a blank, you know. It felt like 3.
So what about this shack, then? How do you think it come to be stashed full of army rations?
I think some of our spotters had been there, calling down fire. It looked like they'd been discovered and run off.
And you stayed there for 7 weeks?
I didn't know what to do, Cop. I thought I'd stumbled behind enemy lines.
You realize they surrendered 6 hours after you'd gone missing?
No, sir.
Did it never occur to you that it was all over?
No, sir.
No guns, no sound, no smoke. You thought we were still fighting?
I couldn't be sure.
Didn't you notice any helicopters? Foot patrols out looking for you? We spent 10 days looking for you, Private Deacon.
I never saw anybody, sir.
Neither did we.
was that fucking medic? Shut his fucking head off. Oh, Christ. Come on, Johnny. Come on, keep breathing, keep awake. You're all right, Johnny. You're all right.
Come on. Dinky! Come on, Dinky! Come on, yeah! You bastard! Come on! Get your ass here! Fuck! Get his leg!
I thought you were awake. You look like you've seen a ghost. What does it feel like to be a hero? Hero who came back from the dead. That's what they're calling in the papers back home. Things will never be the same again.
Mr. Deacon?
Yes.
Captain Sinclair, Army Welfare.
My wife.
Mrs. Deacon? Tuck in behind me, would you? You're not going outside, then? We thought a big crowd of people might be rather trying for you under the circumstances. Lots of strangers pointing and asking questions. We've rustled up something a bit more intimate. More of a family occasion.
It's all right, is it?
Of course, Mr. Deacon.
Just wondered, like, you know, with us being kept apart from everyone, you know.
Not at all. Your son's been very brave. I'll bring him in the moment they arrive.
Thank you.
Do start, or it'll get cold.
Thanks very much.
Aren't you going to be able to use me banner, Dad?
I don't know, kid.
What are they doing leaving us in here?
I don't know. Just do as the man says anyway. Look.
Private Deacon. This way, please.
You deserted. Did you desert, Kevin?
No.
What happened in the inquiry? Did the army think you deserted?
Ladies, you'll all get a chance later.
Kev? Kev?
Get off.
Alive. Falklands battle hero, given up for dead, is back. While his parents grieved, the latter-day Lazarus wandered in the wilderness, living on shellfish and worms. Oh. Kevin's father, 45-year-old Mr. Robert Deakin, said yesterday, "It's a miracle. We still can't believe he's safe and well." Did you really eat worms, Kev? It said in the papers you ate worms.
Don't believe all you read in papers, I told you. Them to turn up. Smell a free drink for miles, that lot.
They're all right.
Be wishing they'd joined up like you. Make something of the life instead of hanging about street corners all day. Bill, 2 pints.
Good piss up tonight.
I haven't had a night like this since '66 World Cup.
Oh, that's Mick's Spade sister, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Didn't recognise her with her clothes on.
Have you missed me?
Of course I am.
Oh, Kevin, a few souvenirs from the grave for you.
I never realised it was such a big do.
Well, it's not every day we lose someone in battle.
Get in a bit closer.
He's been out with
Kevin, where is Kevin? Kevin, come on, son. Let's have a shot of the hero.
Yeah, come on, Kevin. Come on, Kev.
Come on, Come on, young lady.
Come on, get over here.
Come on, Kevin. Yeah. Come on, Kev. You go round the back there. That's round the back. That's nice.
That's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Bathing
Come on, look cheerful, Kevin. Come on, lad. Give him a kiss.
We know all about you now, Kevin.
You've been telling me.
Did you kill any?
I can't tell. You know, I'll just give him cover fire.
How come you were stretcher bearing then?
I volunteered. I'm bloody frozen, just lying there. Anyway, what you been doing?
Watching it every night. I'm selling pub. Yeah, we got rotten the night it finished, didn't we?
Yeah.
I couldn't get over how young they all looked.
Oh, jeez.
It's pathetic.
Just kids, half of them, never been out of their own village before, you know. They had no stomach for fighting. It's tragic.
Unaccustomed as I am to puppets. No, seriously now. I'd just like to say, you know, how delighted we all are to have our Kevin back over the same. Yeah. Well, they say that absence makes the heart grow fonder. Well, ours did. And from the look of those two lovebirds over there, I wouldn't be surprised if I was up here speech-making again in a couple of months' time. Well, it's, you know, it hasn't been an easy time for Carol and me the last few weeks, you know. All we had to cling on to was that, you know, as long as there wasn't a body, like, there was still a ray of hope, you know. Thin one, but there it was. And now, all our dreams have come true. Our wildest dreams have come true. And I'm not only glad that Kevin's back, I'm proud. I'm proud of what he did. I'm proud of what he did for it. I'm proud of what he did for this country and this village. Ah, no, well, you couldn't have been more marvellous. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Thank you very much. Let's have a tune. Rule Britannia. Rule Britannia. Come on.
Britons never, never, never shall be slaves. It's funny how they never teach you the rest of Rule Britannia. There's loads more verses, you know. Perhaps the rest is even dafter. Yeah, you're miles away, aren't you? You've not been listening to a word I say.
I have. I'm just taking it all in, you know. Being back.
Come on.
After weeks of waiting, agonizing few moments delay before the officers and men of the 2nd Battalion emerged from the RAF VCT. A feeling of anti-climax threatened to invade the proceedings. Then out they came, smiling and looking remarkably fresh after their 3,500-mile flight across the Atlantic Ocean from the Sentinel. Handshake, words of congratulation to each man in person from His Royal Highness the Colonel-in-Chief of the Regiment. Then it was off into the crowd for the joyful reunion they'd been dreaming about so long. For half an hour the reunion went on. Pilots, females, parents, children and grandparents alike, welcoming back their loved ones. Some laughing, some weeping. All of them glad to be reunited after a job well done.
Must have lost my memory more than I thought.
Then into the main terminal for a champagne breakfast they'll never forget. Army and
When you're back at work.
been up half the night preparing for a feast that
2 weeks.
place in a 5-star hotel.
What should we do?
No expense had been spent, but as a spokesman said,
I can do anything.
3 months of living out of mess camp
I'm alive.
certainly deserved a little celebration.
There you are, love. I never thought I'd be bringing you up a cup of tea again.
Papers are here. The bastards.
I told you I didn't like it.
I don't believe you. Bloody papers.
Perhaps they wondered why you stayed so long.
You want to try finding your way back across the mountains without a compass. Freezing cold weather. 6 hours daylight a day. I did try a couple of times. I was walking around in circles.
But you got back eventually.
My food ran out. I'd rather find my way back or stay in that filthy shack and die. You know, I mean, what is this, an interrogation?
No.
You shouldn't have egged me on to go down there in the first place, then it'd never have happened.
What?
You kept saying how proud you were of me before I went.
Well, I was when I knew you had to go, but I didn't make you go, did I? How could I?
I go. Like everybody wanted me to. Then when I come back and I'm not the same, they all start complaining. Everything I say gets twisted. Can't even go in a pub without it being some kind of orgy.
Not much hope with that with you these days, is there? Oh, Kevin. It's just a mystery to us. What you did all that time.
I kept alive. You don't have time for much else. It's impossible. I can't describe it, what it was like. What did my mum and dad do? You know, when I were dead.
They were upset. Your mother off work for 4 weeks, compassionate leave. They went to a medium, you know.
A medium? What for?
They want to know how you're getting on, I suppose.
What about you?
They were all upset. It was so sudden. And then you came back.
Do you wish I hadn't?
Of course I don't.
You didn't run, did you, Kevin? You tell me if you did, you know. I'm not going to freeze you out.
I didn't run.
No. That's all right, then. That's all I want to do, eh? All in the past now, anyway. Eh? Right, Bill.
All right, lads.
Yeah. You all right?
Not too bad, not too bad. I'm watching the cricket.
Eh? Oh, yeah, shocking.
Just gonna play the machine.
Oh. You're around, I think, kid.
How come you never asked what happened to me?
You lost your memory, didn't you? Well then, no point asking. What's it like?
What?
Losing your memory.
I forget now.
You bugger.
Hey. What's your language? I'll be telling your mum.
This!
Should have stayed down there. You believe in ghosts? Perhaps that's what I am. I mean, I died, didn't I?
Is he called Kevin? Yeah. That's it. Yeah. He wants to know if John is all right. We don't know any Johnnies.
Johnny Flubby. His parents wrote to us. Kevin helped him down on the stretch. He had a head wound. He's all right, tell him.
He says he didn't want to go to war.
Eh?
It's right. He said he never thought he'd have to fight when he joined up. Well, none of them did.
No, that's not coming.
It's true. He didn't want to go, he told me. He says, don't be ashamed of him, though. He found his guts in the end. He's getting very faint. Don't go, Kevin. Speak to me. Kevin! I'm sorry, love. He's gone. He's no good.
I found that tape. That woman. Who was she?
Woman in Manchester. Somebody at work told me about her. Oh, it were my idea. Your dad didn't want to go. Only I couldn't bear it, not having anything definite. Not knowing for sure.
Aye, well, we weren't too certain after we'd seen her, were we? I mean, she didn't know whether you were dead or alive, and we just upset us more, really.
Still don't understand it to this day. Sounded so like you. But how could she get through to you if you weren't dead?
Ah, got all the facts wrong. Kept talking about Bluff Cove, but you weren't at Bluff Cove.
What day did you see her?
The 1st of August, the day you turned up at the farmhouse.
That farmhouse are in Bluff Cove.
I told you there was something.
So? Is that going to help us get back to normal? It's the future we should be thinking about, getting back to normal. It's to go back next week.
I know.
You can't keep running away from things, you know. If you'd have come back sooner, we wouldn't have had to go through all this.
Bob!
Yeah. What were you thinking about all that time? Yeah, but you must have known you couldn't have stayed up there forever. And you must have seen search parties out looking for you. I mean, 48 days, didn't you?
What war did you fight in?
Kevin.
You want to try standing a few yards from the 6-inch shell when it goes off. See what it does to your memory. You should see what it does to your mates. Arms and legs and bollocks hanging off. And you having to carry them and joke about it. pretend that they're all right. You should try it.
What's going to happen to us, Kevin?
I'll be back in November. It's not long. We can write.
Yeah.
You won't get lost again, will you?
I'll try not to.
Chris?
Army food not good enough for you now, Deacon?
It's me bait.
Very nice. You can go clean out the shithouse next.
We're not doing this every day, Cole. Not now.
Oh no. Bit of glory gone to our heads, has it? It's knuckle down time now. Back to block jobs. Consider yourselves lucky you went down there. It's not everybody be able to tell his grandchildren he was a hero back in '82. Barrack Square at 10.
Let's go. No, Bella! It's ridiculous. What's going on? What are you talking about?
You're missing it around again, you pub. Do you remember Georgie lying in the snow, shouting, I lost my leg, I lost my leg. And Proven comes over and he says, no, you haven't, old son. It's over there on that rock. Hey? Say, where have you been?
Phone talking to a girlfriend. Do you want to go to Marbella for honeymoon?
You what? Spitland? You may as well go to Argentina, you wanker.
I want to go to Morecambe.
What's she saying? What's she saying? What she saying?
Switch on, lads.
Chimneys in summer.
Got your medals all nice and shiny. Now it's back to work.
Soldiers in peacetime are like chimneys in summer. What do you do with them, Corporal Baker?
Sir?
Take it, pick your face up.
We have to maintain their soldierly discipline while maintaining the spirit that they had down there. We have to work them hard, Corporal.
Sir?
I told you before, Deacon, get your fucking knees up. Go on, get your fucking knees up.
This is a high-performance machine. You have to drive it hard.
You think you're doing fucking treading grapes? Pick your fucking feet up. Hey, buddy, you
Odd speck of grit in the works.
Don't look at me, I'm not beautiful.
It'll flush it out on its own.
I like to be worked hard, sir.
Keep them fine-tuned. We'll be ready for the next one.
Yes, sir.
Ah, well, back to the mess accounts. The important things in life. Call Baker.
So, the city salutes the Falklands Task Force. As representatives of all the servicemen involved, large past Prime Minister, Right Honourable Mrs. Margaret Thatcher, and the Lord Mayor, Sir Anthony Johnson. Mrs. Thatcher, looking fresh as ever, today wearing a dark suit and white hat, looks up at the sky briefly, perhaps sensing the imminent arrival of the men whose selfless courage did so much for the winning of the war.
Maggie!
The Lord Mayor raised
Are we on it?
as men and women from the medical corps must
Look! There's Deakin. Where? There! Sorry. It's a nurse of the Uganda. Oh. He's here all the time. Have you found it yet, Deakin? What's that? Your memory.
Have you got a frog in your throat? Bloody hell, Slade.
Looks more like a worm.
Pass us up. Better ask Deacon about that. He's the worm expert round here.
What's your problem, Sladen?
Actually, it couldn't be a worm, could it? It would have been eaten by now.
If you've got something to say, say it. Otherwise, leave me alone.
My problem, Deacon, is that a bagshite like you runs off for 7 weeks and then gets allowed back in it.
And you were brave, were you? Hiding behind rocks while people were lying with their heads shut open.
Don't you stop it like that to me, you fucking little toss, John! None of our mates were being buried down there! Are you fucking stopping worms? Well out of it! Should have been you we were laying flags over, not them! With a fucking brain, you!
Lay off him, Sladen.
He gets what's coming to him! I said lay off him!
There was an inquiry. He was cleared. Now just let it go.
You listen. You get out of here fast. If you know what's good for you.
Get this lot cleaned up.
Never said you were coming.
I thought I'd surprise you.
You're drunk, Kevin.
So much for getting married, eh?
No, it's not like that. Anyway, you're not seem so keen. I can't not get on with your life while you're away.
Evidently.
It's not been the same since you came back.
A big mistake, wasn't it, that? Coming back.
You're in a world of your own half the time. And I've been confused. I'm not sure it could work anymore.
You'll think I ran too.
Oh. No, it's not what I think that matters. And if we were to get married and we stayed here, I'd be tarred with the same brush, and I don't think I could stand it.
We'll live somewhere else.
Where? In a barracks?
I'll leave.
And where would we live? What job could you get?
Julie, you coming or what?
What are you waiting for?
You, Kevin.
Come on.
You, like you were before all this happened.
A burger, please. Celebrating my return. Are you glad to see me this time? You'd all have been a lot happier if I'd stayed dead. You could have had your plaque on the church wall then. You'd have had your village hero, your bit for the Falklands. It's all you were interested in, not me. Just an embarrassment, aren't I now? If I'm not a hero, then I must be a deserter. Well, I'm neither. Bloody stupid, pointless war.
No one's saying you're a deserter.
Then why rip them pages out of that book like it had never happened, like it never existed? Because it makes you all look ridiculous. That's why.
Come on, Kevin.
You don't know what happened down there. None of you. You're all here, watching it. Watching it on settees, on telly. You know nothing.
Come on, let's get you back. Sorry about this.
Don't apologise for me. You're a load of hypocrites. Abuse me.
Come on, then.
What do you expect? They were laying the red carpet out for him 3 months ago. Now he goes and does this.
Does what? Comes back?
You know what I mean.
No wonder. If he thought they were glad to see him 1 minute and turning their backs on him the next. There's something going on he's not telling us about.
Just tells the old damn village and shows us all up.
Push them into the army like you did.
Yeah, I know. All my fault, isn't it?
Damn war. I hope they're happy now they've got their island back.
Keep it up and down.
Surrender!
No.
Surrender!
Never. Hey! Surrender! Surrender! What's this? Where's Trevor these days?
I don't play with him anymore.
Why not?
He said you ran.
What did you say?
came home, got a jar of Dad's brill cream, took it to school next day, and made him eat it.
Brill cream?
Yeah.
Why brill cream?
Keep his tongue in place. Kev, when you go back, will you bring us some more empty cartridge cases?
I'll think about it.
The grounds of Buckingham Palace, where this afternoon the stage for the final scene of the Falklands campaign. Happy scene as thousands of proud servicemen lined up to receive their South Atlantic medals. The medals, specially struck for every man and woman who served in the Falklands campaign, will surely be amongst the most prized of military decorations. The campaign, one of the most successful ever waged in modern history, has already made its mark on the British people. And as soldiers, sailors and airmen marched towards the palace, their families and other well-wishers were out in force to cheer them along.
Celebrate this. I'm either going to shaft someone or shoot someone before tonight's out.
Argentinian goes into recruiting office, wants to join up. Recruiting sergeant, he says, how would you feel with 20 British Marines bearing down on you, with their bayonets fixed and their eyes glaring? He says, I'd run like fuck. He says, sign here, just what we need. All right, no, impression time, right? This week. We've gone down. Oh, we got all these amazing little creatures we find wabbing about. And some really disgusting things. Like wabbing about, we find this really timid little creature which scurries about from rock to rock called the Kevin Deacon.
What's going on?
We've come for Deakin.
No! No!
We're right to know what happened, Corporal.
You know what happened?
We know we followed you into that battle and he didn't. We want to know why.
It's in the past. Forget it.
You might have had your inquiry. We want ours now.
And what's that going to achieve?
We know! Once and for all.
"10 minutes. But we do this properly.
Well. You should have stayed at home, Deacon.
What do you want?
You're going to tell us the truth this time. You bag shite. You're going to tell us everything. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I swear by the colours of my regiment.
I swear by the colours of my regiment.
To tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
To tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So help me, Jesus.
So help me, Jesus.
Private Kevin Robert Deakin. You're accused of deserting under fire during the advance on Stanley and bringing disgrace onto your regiment. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, there was an inquiry.
Just answer the questions. Where were you on the night of June the 13th, 1982?
On the mountain, in the advance.
So how come if you were advancing, you suddenly decided to fuck off in the opposite direction?
It took our unit 48 hours to regroup after that battle. It was snowing, there was people all over the place. I wasn't the only one to get lost. I've told you, I lost my memory.
Memory be bollocked, you went off because you were shit scared.
That's not true.
So how come you were in this shack for 48 fucking days instead of returning to your unit? You didn't lose your memory for that long?
I thought we were still fighting.
All the more reason to go back. Fact is, Deakin, you lost your bottle. You didn't know what to do. Where were you then? Shacked up with some farmer's wife?
No.
All right, Deakin. Stand down. Call Private Ibbott. Where was you on the night of June the 13th?
In the advance on Stanley, sir!
Did you, Private Ibbott, by any remote chance happen to observe anyone down at the staging post running around like a scared rat, no use to any fucker, least of all the wounded men he was supposed to be looking after?
Yes, sir, I did.
Does that person, Private Ibbott, by any remote chance happen to be in this courtroom?
Yes, sir, he is.
Could you point that person out?
Yes, sir, I could. There's the little underpanted runt.
Didn't Private Deakin's behaviour strike you as odd, considering there was a battle going on?
Not really, sir. He's always been a cringing, cowardly little prick. Came as no surprise at all to discover he'd gone off on a 7-week camping holiday.
Thank you, Private Nibbert. Any more witnesses?
You saw him, Slaven. We were there. Ibbot was there. And he wasn't running around like a scared rat. He'd just saved Johnny Fodden's life, if you remember.
Johnny Fodden can't testify. He's lying in the hospital with half his brain missing.
And he wouldn't even have half a brain if it hadn't been for Deacon.
So how come he did a runner? If he was so brave.
You were in that battle, Slaven. You know it's not that simple. It could have happened to anybody.
It didn't, though, did it? It happened to him.
All right, Slaven, you've made your point. You've had your trial. Now let him go.
We want a verdict. This isn't an SIB whitewash job in time for the big homecoming, Corporal. We want justice. Come on, Deacon, let's stop fucking about now! Admit you did a runner!
I never ran.
A shell landed, all hell broke loose, you saw your chance and took it!
That's not true.
Admit you ran!
I don't remember what happened.
Admit!
Like I'd gone through a curtain. Like a dream.
Cut the poetry, Deacon, just tell us straight!
I can't remember!
We're gonna get you, Deacon. If not tonight, some other time.
I think you're going to have to tell them, Private Deacon. This isn't going to go away. We have to know now.
Admit you were scared.
I saw Johnny.
Where?
On the mountain. Just before the explosion.
He was down at the staging post, you twat.
I know. I thought he were dead. I thought he was dead and come to get me. I thought that was it. I was scared.
You bottled it all right, Deacon. You brought shit onto this regiment.
It wasn't like that.
Private Hibbert!
Sir.
Take this deserter for a regimental bath.
With pleasure, sir.
Let's fix this fucking here!
You're gonna get... No, come up now. I never said I was a hero! I want it fast! They could have happened to anybody! They could have happened to anybody! I just rescued Jimmy fun of anyone else yesterday! No! No! Open! Swallow! 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 Down you go! Get those brushes over here! Stop this filthy son down! Come on! Brush! Get those brutes handed out! Some bleach in that bar! Some bleach in that bar! Bastard, Dicky! Some bleach in the bar! He killed down there, Dicky! He preached down there! Fucking hell, bastard! Dicky! He killed there! Fucking bastard! Right, that's enough! Get him out! Get him out!
He'll be out before too long, though, won't he?
We're hoping so. He needs a lot of rest at the moment. He has been through a terrible ordeal. We want to do all we can now to help him make a complete recovery and ease him back into the outside world. There'll be no question of any stain on his character, of course.
And what'll happen to them that's been tormenting him?
An inquiry will be held, I can assure you. We're deeply sorry about what's happened to Kevin.
Will that be a serious inquiry, or the sort you gave him last summer?
Times were very sensitive last summer.
You should have had a proper investigation then if you suspected something. Give him a chance to clear his name in a proper court. It could have stopped all this happening. Why lie to everybody?
Look, we know he might not be a hero, but just to wash your hands of him like this, he deserves better.
Whether or not he's a hero doesn't really concern us. He never has. Whatever he did or didn't do that night on the mountain will always be something of a grey area. But then let's face it, Mr. Deacon, your son was never cut out to be a member of a regiment of this caliber in the first place, was he? Here we are. Absolutely lumpty.
Come on, Michael. Leave me alone. You promised. Come on. You'll be all right. You'll be fine. Come on. I'll be with you. You'll be fine. Oh. You'll be fine. Okay.
All these lads from the Falklands.
In here.
Listen, Kevin. We can help you, your mother and me. Never mind what other people think. You should have said when you came home last.
I couldn't carry on running away, though, could I? Like you said.
Well, it was me who's responsible. Got a lot of mending to do, haven't we?
I knew what I was doing.
We got you back. That's all that matters to us.
You got a trick miracle, all right, eh?
Why didn't you tell me you were coming?
I got here as soon as possible. I thought it would be a bit of a surprise.
Oh, a bit of a surprise. Oh, darling, you look wonderful.
That's funny. I was going to say the same about you.
Oh, I can't think of anything to say. There's so much.
I know. It'll all come back gradually.
Yes, there's plenty of time now. All the time in the world.
Well, I don't know about that. The war isn't over yet.
Oh, it is for you, my darling. Oh, Douglas, please.
Look, we'll talk about that later, shall we?
Oh, God. Haven't you had enough?
Oh, darling, I'm still in the Air Force, and there's still a war on out in the Far East. All I want is just one last fling before it's all over.
You make it all sound like a cricket match.